It's Rolando, your credit coach. Welcome to Ask Credit Coach, episode number 18, Facebook Live. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with none than my best friend and the tax man, the tax coach, Mario Jimenez. Welcome
how's
to
it
the
going,
show.
guys? Hope you have a great morning so far.
Hey, guys, thank you guys for joining us on Facebook Live and on the YouTube channel. We're going to give you guys some good information when it comes to home ownership. Talk about the tax benefits of owning a home.
Right. That's a great question for realtors because a lot of people want to see, well, what are the pros and cons of owning my home? Why should I own a home, right? So I put together a list for them that I'm going to email it to them later on. And I thought it would be good to share it to, a lot of your connects.
Yeah,
right?
Great. If you guys want the list, if you feel that list is helpful, leave us a comment or email me at info@ihaveacreditquestion.com. And then what's your email address as well?
It's Mario at ihavetaxquestions.
Mario at ihavetaxquestions.com. Okay, so what are the benefits of owning a home?
Well, other than, great privacy and, there's typically there's a good increase that your home could go up in value.
Okay.
There's a chance of that happening,
Yeah.
so it could be a good investment. But, other than that, it opens up the door in tax purposes. So I'm gonna name a few that that you could count on the Schedule A.
Okay, cool.
So this opens up the door for medical and dental expense, state and local income tax, property tax of your home, mortgage interest of your home, personal property tax, which is including your DMV, of your tags, per household.
So if you don't, because I know Jerry, he mentioned something and you answered that question that I didn't even know, that if you own a property versus not owning a property, there are more deductions that could be taken if you own a property. Because I know one of the things we're making a contribution
for
charity. If you own a home, it's 100%.
Of the value of whatever you do. For example, you have to have receipts and all that. You can't just put a value amount. So you have to cover your end by giving us a receipt. And for example, if you give to Goodwill and you get furniture, then Goodwill will give you a receipt of how much that amount was worth.
Mm-hmm.
So that you give to your tax preparer, and then we're able to count that on the schedule.
That's if you own a home, 100%.
If you itemize deductions, which goes to the Schedule A, then that's what I'm saying. The owning a home opens up the door to other deductions.
Okay.
So other points are, for example, points paid towards your mortgage. You can count those. Gift by cash or check, and of course charitable contributions that we just went through. And unreimbursement employment expenses, as far as you work, if you have a W-2 job and you do some travel or union dues or job education, we're able to count that as well. If you're not getting reimbursed at your job.
Okay, well, that's really good.
And of course, a lot of people don't know this, but tax preparation fee, we're counted on your Schedule A. So whenever you pay us, you're able to deduct what you paid the year before.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
Charge higher fees than since it's deducted.
Yeah, we tell them you can deduct it anyways. We'll charge you.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, we'll charge you $800.
Really matter. I gotta
deduct it.
Yeah, I gotta pay X amount the taxes. Go ahead and take a big chunk out of it.
Yeah. So and then other expenses like investments, safe deposit box, etc. So there's certain things that if you own your own home, it could open up to
a lot more deductions. And that's really good for self-employed people, right? That might be paying a lot more in taxes. Can really use the benefits of owning a home and really minimize their.
It could be extra because if you own your own business, then that allows you to have the Schedule C, which that's where you put all the other deductions as far as anything else that you use for the business.
Okay, great. That's great information. But now that I got you here, I want to ask you a few more questions. What are the benefits of leasing a car versus buying it for a self-employed or business owner individual?
That's really just for personal, whatever you personally want, because either way we're able to count it. So if it's leased, that means you want a new car every 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. But if you want to own, obviously that means you just want to keep it for yourself. So we're still able to count that. So
there really isn't a difference versus leasing and payment in regards to tax purposes. It doesn't really.
No.
Doesn't really. Oh, okay. I thought different.
No.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that, because a lot of people that might be thinking or might be getting the wrong information, believing that I should lease for tax purposes.
Right. Well, see, when you lease, we could count the percentage on it, and either way, we're going to count the mileage. So for your tracking of the business. So we're either going to go with the mileage or, for example, expenses like if you put a new engine in or whatnot. That's just an example. So we compare the two to see which one is going to benefit you most, and 9 10 out of 10 miles gives you more.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about gas and miles? Which one do you count?
That's what we count at the end, because when we do the bookkeeping, we keep count of how much money you put in gas and all that. And miles give you more than gas.
Okay.
So when we really put one-on-one, like next to compare, is when you do a big repair to the car, which is either the tranny goes out or the engine goes out. Then we see which is going to give you more, the miles or the restoration of the car. That's when we compare.
Okay.
But 9 out of 10, like I said, the miles that we track gives you more than the gas you put in.
Right. I know that I use a very cool app. It's called Mile IQ.
Yeah, My IQ.
Yeah, because that one, as you're walking out of your office, you hop on the car, it starts to track, and then at the end of the day, you could swipe left for business or swipe right for personal.
Yeah,
and it lets you know, and then after a while, it begins to auto-classify, because you're swiping left or right so often, it will just automatically auto-classify, depending on the time, of course.
And then,
like if you go to the gym in the morning, 6 in the morning, and I always push left, that's personal, it'll automatically do that for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just print that out at the end of the month, and then you can track your miles that way.
Cool.
That's a perfect way of doing it.
Great. Now, Mario, before we end our show here we are. We made it half a year.
Yeah.
We're on the second half of the year. What advice can you give those business owners that maybe haven't filed their taxes yet, or what should we be ready for as we enter the second half of the year?
Okay, well, if you haven't filed your taxes, just know that you have until October 15, which is the second deadline of the year. And if you file an extension with your tax preparer, then go ahead and make sure you give them the information that is needed to do the taxes before October 15. And as far as if you filed and you just want to get ready for next year's tax season, just make sure you meet up with your bookkeeper if you have one, or with your accountant, and see where you're at with your bookkeeping to see what decisions you guys want to do at the end of the year before the year ends.
So you do bookkeeping as well?
Yes, we do.
And I want to promote you a little bit. The reason why I do it, because you're a good friend of mine, and I'm one of your clients.
Yes.
And I love the work you guys do. You guys are unbelievable. You guys offer great service, and I want everyone to know that if they ever need some type of bookkeeping advice or want to hire someone to help them with the bookkeeping, that I highly recommend you.
Thank you.
Which I don't do that very much, conflict of interest, but because it's taxes, it's okay.
Yeah. No, first, thank you for that, and thank you for acknowledging. Well, your business to us means a whole lot, because we know you could go to just, there's accountants around the corner, accountants around the corner. So you trusting us means a lot. So with that said, yes, we do bookkeeping as well. And just know that we're here to answer any questions that you guys might have. Even if we don't get your business, we're here to help and answer any questions that anybody might have.
Mario,
exactly. No,
thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me again.
My name is Rolando Castro, your credit coach, Mario Jimenez, CK Services. And we'll see you guys next week. And remember, credit is earned, not given. Have a great one.